fellow friend, I am so delighted to have you here. My name again is Obaji Agbiji, and I'm happy that we are sharing this space together. Thank you for coming on board. This moment is going to be a time you're going to be happy about, as I'll be bringing you away a teaching you will love to listen to. In my previous teaching on finding a life partner, I've spoken about asking oneself important questions in the journey of beginning from yourself as an important piece of finding a life partner. Today I want to build on what I previously taught on finding a life partner, and that's about enjoying friendship. Enjoying friendship. Finding a life partner, but enjoying friendship in course of that search. Like I said before, it's something you'll be living with for the rest of your life, or somebody you'll be living with for the rest of your life. And it's worth the trouble of being choosy, being picky, being careful. Not rushing about that, taking your time. Somebody has said, it is not lack of love, but the lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. It's a very profound saying. And I'll explain to you why in course of the teaching. So, in finding a life partner, you've got to begin with friendship. And the space of friendship is a very open space. There are spaces you can find friends, either through your professional life or your social life, your faith community, or your circle of friends, your social circles, your neighborhood, or you could just stumble on somebody in an open space, at a park, or at a shopping area, whatever. Those are all spaces you could stumble on somebody or meet with people, or to an event, in an event you're invited to attend. Begin with friendship and make a bunch of friends. It could be a mixed collection of males and females if you're in opposite sexes, of course. Be free in that circle of relationship to connect and to be connected with. I mean every word of what I'm saying. Begin with friends. Don't just meet a lady or a guy and your expectation is to start talking about marriage or begin to look for that. No. Begin with friendship, build relationships with individuals. So choose who they should be, whichever source you decide to draw them from. Be at liberty. I will suggest to you it should be more than one. Could be two, could be three, but also don't go to 20. The number may be outrageous for you to manage, but have a reasonable number of individuals you interact with. It should just be mere friendship, in the real sense of it, the journey. So find a friend, find two friends, 3, 4, or 5, but don't go with outrageous numbers, so that you can give your time to. Number 2, in finding the friend, be real, be free, but also be focused. As you interact with your friends in authentic conversations, authentic interactions, listen and observe. Be very careful to listen, be attentive. Watch how they behave. Listen to what they say, how they reflect, how they think, how they express themselves, how they interact. So make your friendship organic and real in course of those interactions. Enjoy it. Having calls, exchanging numbers, being called and you calling, arranging visits in spaces that are healthy, having time out with your friends as normal friendship plays out. Varied age brackets, those that are your age mates, they're a little bit older than you, those are a little bit younger than you within the circle, as you build normal friendships. Number three, in course of those friendships unfolding, please avoid sex and intimate commitments. Avoid sex and intimate commitments. The pull may be there, the attraction may be there, but remember, you are headed to somewhere. And you cannot begin to go after gratifications or go after things that will become distractions. Why is it important for you to avoid sex and intimate commitments? Because once you begin to get into sex, you begin to limit yourself. The freedom to explore other friendships will begin to dissipate. People will begin to make demands on you that are necessary. Where are you? What are you doing? I want to look at your phone. Because they are intimate connections that I've established. Those things become distractions because you begin to commit yourself to an individual. Imagine you have 5 friends and you start sleeping with one. What happens to the other 4? Something begins to get in the way. It begins to get wrong. So manage your appetites. Maintain a high sense of discipline. It is worth waiting for. Don't let the individual feel he can call you at midnight or anytime he chooses. Don't let anybody feel he has authority to know exactly where you are and what you are doing. Because when you let that happen, then even when you are with other friends, those individuals will begin to question and demand your loyalty and your commitment in a measure that will get in the way of exploring other possible options around you. That's the more reason. Yes, you can hug, you can do handshakes, you can hold hands sometimes, but ensure that that remains at the level of just friendship, not intimacy whatsoever. Don't get into kisses, don't go into caresses, don't go into romance. That is not necessary at that point. Why? It will get in the way of your journey to self-discovery and discovering the right person that is fit to be your life partner. Number 4, discover potential partners directly or through proxies. Now you come to a cycle of relationships of 1 friend, 2 friends, 3 friends, 5 friends. Those friends may have other friends. They may have relatives, brothers and sisters that may also begin to interact with you. Remember that the cycle of friendship that you have may not actually be within that circle you will draw your life partner from. It could be a proxy, it could be somebody that your friend is a friend to that begins to be within the larger cycle of your friendship. You want to be free. So when you connect with somebody, one in the immediate friendship relationship would not say, "Oh, you left me for my friend." Those things begin to happen when you get into sexual relations and intimacy with one of your friends in the bunch of friendships. When everyone around your team of friends know that you are not allowing that, if anyone makes a gesture to you, you say, "No, thank you, please. I respect the way you feel, but I'm not available for that kind of a relationship. I love you being my friend. I appreciate you being my friend. And that is good enough. I think we should stay as friends, not to get into intimacy." You can say no in a decent way. You do not need to be disrespectful and to be rude. After all, they are your friends. But also, they have a right to ask. And so do you have a right to say no I'm not available for that. And define the extent you can go. That is permissible. That is workable. That is the right way it should be. Don't forget that your friends may be a bridge to the person that may come your life partner. And you begin to sleep with 2, 3 of your friends. What impression are you building about yourself? It won't be a healthy impression whatsoever. And that's not what you want for yourself. And number 5, encourage potential partners in order of preference. Down the road, in building those relationships of friends, you'll begin to spot that individuals that are unique, that align with what you know and want for yourself. As individuals begin to fit into your description of what you will prefer to be a life partner in your life, you begin to give them opportunities and privileges in your life as a way of rewarding and encouraging that relationship. In so doing, you begin to see that in the midst of 5 friends, perhaps 2 begin to meet your criteria, or 3 begin to meet your criteria. But as those ones are meeting the criteria, look more deeply and find in the mold which is a better fit for yourself. I want you to understand, friend, that just as husbands are very scarce, wives are also very scarce. So don't think dropping the standard will give you a good place. Every man wants a responsible person to be his wife, and every woman wants a responsible man to be her husband. I encourage you to look at your cycle of friendship and to build it and invest in it. That becomes a healthy ground for you to understand who could be the right fit in your life. The question may be, for how long should that kind of relationship be? I hope to teach once again, and more teachings to come your way, on how to find your life partner. Look out for my videos. I will take the conversation to something else that will be beneficial to you. I look forward to seeing you soon, just as you look forward to seeing me too soon. Thank you for your time, and God bless you.